Hey everybody, hey, come on in. So this is this is a really super time in my life right now. I think that I'm always in a space where let me adjust myself. But I'm always in a space where wonderful things are happening for me. But I will tell you that this is a phenomenal time for me because of the launch of the Success Circle. So today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be literally talking to you all about essentially 7 ways that successful people who are financially successful, emotionally successful, just successful people in general, 7 ways that they think differently about money and success. All right, y'all bear with me real fast. I have to make sure I'm straight here. I got to make sure y'all can see me right. All right, y'all see me good there? All right, this is what I love about the web. Y'all can see how things are done. Hey, I see all of y'all. I see Tia, I see Leighton, I see Ray, I think that was Anthony, I see Jacqueline. So I want y'all to come on in here. You know the drill. Click like and click share. All right, this is actually a preview webinar. So for those of y'all who don't know, I launched the MJ Harris Success Circle. The MJ Harris Success Circle is my online motivational and empowerment group. It's a group that is designed to bring you all information around financial empowerment, business success, relationship success. And let me tell you, it's not just coming from me. I'm bringing in a lot of my friends. I'm bringing in folks who are my own coaches, literally, folks who I've done business with. I'm literally bringing you people from my own circle because I believe that you can tell a lot about a person in terms of where they're going to be and how they got to where they got to by looking at the people around them. So I'm going to bring you the people who are around me so they can teach you the various steps that they have learned that have allowed them to be successful and all the information that they have poured into me and that they continue to pour into me. So that's the Success Circle. So we'll talk more about that later, but this right here and right now, hey Charlotte, is a time for me to kind of talk with you all today around 7 mindsets that successful people have around money and around success. Because let me tell you this, if I know anything to be true, what I know to be true is that you literally design your future in your mind. If you don't like the way your life is going right now, then look at the way you're thinking about it. If you want to understand why your life is the way it is today, then what I want you to do is to go back and look at what were the mindsets that you had yesterday. All right? That's what you have to do. So me talking to you all about your mindsets today is literally me trying to position you to be able to create any kind of life that you desire. And so for me, what I've done is I have a running list. I have like a little, almost like it's an electronic journal, all right? And literally it probably has, I would say at least 13 or 1400 sets of notes in there around everything, every single bright idea I have, every epiphany, everything that comes to me, I write it down in there. So I literally poured through it, and I was like, what are the most powerful lessons that I have gained in my life over the last decade? And how can I put those into a webinar? That's what this is right here and right now. It's not one of these things where you watch a webinar and someone says, well, click here to sign up. No. This is the webinar. This is literally it, right? And this webinar was originally intended to be inside of my Success Circle, but because the Success Circle is brand new, I said, you know what? What if we use this webinar as a preview, as a time for people to kind of see, what kind of stuff we'll be sharing within the webinar. So what I want you to do is I'm going to go ahead and get started, but I got 3 requests. First of all, I want you to go ahead and click like. Right? And then second of all, I want you to go ahead and click share, because every time you share information, you are literally setting the stage for someone else to get empowered. You are setting the stage for someone else to be blessed. You're setting the stage for someone else to literally be lifted out of the fog of their own mindset. Sometimes it literally is just, have you ever had a moment where you are down and out and you call that one good friend of yours who gives you some phenomenal advice, and when them giving you that advice, you say, you know what, that was exactly what I needed to hear. It feels like your broken heart gets mended in that moment. It feels like your discouragement turns to encouragement. It feels like your trials turns to triumphs just by that one set of words that someone has given to you. Well, by you clicking like and clicking share, you're setting the stage for other people in your life by way of your social media timelines to be able to get this. You don't know who's in need of having a mindset overhaul, who's in need of changing the way that they view themselves and the world around them. So by clicking like and clicking share, you're setting the stage for them to go ahead and get that. So go ahead and click like and click share. And I'm going to go ahead and dive right in. I'm so excited about this. So as I mentioned, these are the seven mindsets that literally position you for success and abundance. These are 7 mindsets that I have gained throughout my life. And I will tell you, for those of you who don't know, I've gathered some success for myself. I'm certainly not bragging. But, I'm CEO of a company called National Care Financial Group. We happen to be one of America's largest African-American owned financial services companies. Somebody got at me the other day when I was on one of my pages. They said, why don't you say the word black? Are you trying to brush over the word black? No, I'm not brushing over the word black. We are one of the largest black-owned financial services companies in America. But let me tell you this, we're not just here to serve the African-American community. We're here to serve all communities, all right? As I believe that every business should do. And because of our success, that has allowed me to be able to live in a level of abundance. I live here in Los Angeles. Our office is right here in Century City. So if you don't know Los Angeles very well, Century City is sort of an area that literally is sandwiched between Beverly Hills and Bel Air. The same Bel Air from Fresh Prince of Bel Air. I have a wonderful home not too far from the office. It's literally, in the worst of traffic, it takes me probably 4 minutes to get door to door, okay? So I'm very happy with my life. I have a level of freedom. I get to do the things I want to do. I get to spend my time around the people I want to spend my time around. I do a segment called Money Smart on KTLA, which is syndicated throughout LA and through lots of KTLA's markets. That's seen by millions of people. My inspirational and motivational videos are seen by millions of people every single week. Let me tell you this. For me, what I know to be true is that what has happened in my life is not the byproduct of luck, not the byproduct of favor, not the byproduct of anything other than me choosing to on an everyday basis maintain a mindset that positions me to be able to achieve every single thing that I am achieving. It's a mindset that allows me to get through every trial. It's a mindset that it prepares me for every triumph. That's the kind of thing that I'm going to be teaching about today. I'm going to be teaching you 7 mindsets that successful people have that allow them to achieve success in every space of their life, but more importantly, that allows them to achieve financial success. For my success circle, if you want to sign up, there's a link right above or below this video that you can sign up at. Or you can go to www.mjharrissuccesscircle.com. That's mjharrissuccesscircle.com. So let's start with the first one, right? The first mindset is, and let me tell you, this is another piece. Let me tell you this. Hey, Cedric, I see you there. And Keith Ann, I see you there. So let me tell you, this is another piece, all right? I got to get you ready. I got to get your minds right for what I'm about to do, all right? So listen. So with this, I'm not just going to give you a list of mindsets. How I'm going to structure them, get this, is I'm going to structure them as affirmations, right? Because here's the thing. We change our life by changing our mindsets. We change our mindsets by changing the affirmations that we say to ourselves. What we say to ourselves guides how we think. And how we think guides what we create and what we attract into our life. So all these things that I'm going to be giving you today are going to be in the form of affirmations, right? These are things you can say to yourself every morning. I literally say these things to myself and others. So by joining my success circle, you're not only going to get these affirmations, you're also going to be able to get several other affirmations I'm adding to the list. You're also going to be able to attend our other webinars. So I'll tell you about some of those other webinars that are coming up as we move forward. But let me give you a preview on one of them before we go into everything else, right? So listen, this month we have about 3 or 4 webinars that are coming up. Where literally, let me tell you, I'm not going to give you any names, but I'll tell you this. I'm going to be doing a webinar myself where I will be talking about literally how I built my business, not just like how I built National Care, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to dig deep, all right? I'm going to tell you all the good stuff. I'm going to be responding to your questions, right? Some of y'all have already heard that story, but I'm going to be giving you even more around that. But put me aside, all right? Let's talk about this. I'm going to have one of my good friends. He has created a multi-million-dollar firm, get this, selling goods to the government in the United States, all right? This is a business that literally so many people overlook. And I will tell you, there are programs that are out there to help minorities, right? Rather you're a woman, rather you're culturally a minority in terms of your race or anything like that, rather you have a disability. There are programs out here that are designed to help people who are minorities or who have small businesses sell to the government, and they make millions and millions and millions of dollars. He's going to be on talking about how he got started in that particular industry and how that allowed him to take the leap to be able to be fully self-employed. We've got another woman who's going to be on, and she's going to be talking about how she literally, within less than 3 years, I think it's even less than that, she went from working a job that she was okay with, but she went from working that job to now earning well over 6 figures. Get this, being a personal chef for folks, all right? And she's not out here in Hollywood or out there in New York. She's she's in a state where I believe she's in Pennsylvania, and this is what she's able to do, right? So we're going to be, that's what we're going to be able to do. And then also, we're going to be having someone else on where she created her fortune literally buying and selling real estate, right? So we're going to be talking about that. So that's one of the previews. Next month, get this, and I'm going to go into the list. I got to tell you, I'm so excited, all right? That's right. Click like and click share on this. Next month, guess what we're going to be doing? We're going to be taking a whole different spin on this. Get this. We're going to be talking about building healthy relationships, all right? Let me tell you this. One thing I know to be true is that when your relationships aren't right, rather it's your romantic relationships, your relationships with your family, your relationships in business, when those are not right, you literally are not positioned to be successful. Let me tell you this. If you want to be distracted, then you make sure your relationships are right. Because when your relationships are right, you can't think of anything. You can't even think straight, right? Victor says, say that. And Victor, I saw you, but I can't stop my thought to say hello, but I see you there, all right? So he says, say that. But that's what I'm telling you. When your relationships are right, it positions you to do every good thing within your life. So we're going to be talking about that. Let me tell you one of the webinar titles. This is a whole series that we'll be covering in the month of October. It's literally, listen to this, listen to this. The title of one of the topics in the series is Stop Loving Until It Hurts. Woo! When they put that in front of me, I said, my goodness, stop loving until it hurts. Because, we ain't going to tell all my business, but let me tell you, I've been a big success in business. Relationships, I'm still figuring that out. So we're going to have one of my favorite people. She calls herself the Soul Love Coach. She's actually a personal friend of my family. She's coached me in different instances around a number of different topics. She will be on talking to y'all. She is fantastic. She's just like me. She does television. She has podcast shows. She's got all this stuff. And she's going to be here to talk to y'all. We have a whole series coming up, but you've got to be a member of the Success Circle to access that. So I'm telling you, literally, what we're doing is we're positioning ourselves to almost be like, dare I say it, like the Netflix or the Hulu of self-improvement content, where by joining, I'm giving you access to all this stuff, and you can pick and choose what you want to watch. I say listen to all of it. But anyway, let me just jump right in. All right, I'm in front of this window, so y'all excuse my shine, all right? I look like a piece of fried chicken, just brown and shiny, but that's all right. All right, I like natural light. So anyway, here's the first affirmation, which affirms the mindsets that people who are successful financially and in other parts of their life holds, right? So this is the first affirmation, all right? I think, right? And I believe that I deserve major success in every part of my life. So I think and I believe that I deserve major success in every part of my life. Let me tell you this. I remember when I was a kid, I remember watching Oprah. And I love Oprah. Have had the pleasure of meeting her and sharing the stage with her. That's right. Click like and click share on that one. And I remember one of the things that she said was, she says, you don't get what you ask for in life. You get whatever you have the courage to, what is it? Let me say. She said, you get what you have the courage to ask for in life. I messed it up, but y'all get where I'm going. She says, you get what you have the courage to ask for in life. And I love that so much. I was mixing it up with a Tony Robbins quote that he says, where he says, you don't get what you ask for, you get what you believe that you deserve. I think it's the same thing. With Oprah, she says, you get what you have the courage to ask for in life. And I believe this. Rather you're someone who believes that you send out prayers to get what you want, or you're someone who just does affirmations as a way to attract to you what you want. It's not about that. It's not about around what your own spiritual beliefs are. What this is about is that whatever you believe, all beliefs come down to one thing, which is that your mind is the foundation of how you access that power within you. Rather you call that power God, rather you call that power Buddha, rather you call that power source energy or the universe. I don't care what you call it. At the end of the day, the universal rule is the same, which is that power is unlimited within you, and you can literally access it based on the degree of courage that you have in terms of what you're asking for. Right? So if you're going to live a small life in terms of mindset and you don't have the courage to ask for what you truly desire, then guess what? The outcomes of what you get in life are going to continue to be small. Some folks, and I can tell you that some of you all are watching, where you are literally living within a life and living in a space right now where you know you're living in a level that's less than what you desire. And here's the thing that I ask people is, do you have the courage to ask for more? I was talking with a good friend of mine. She has a fabulous business. I mean, she makes millions of dollars a year. Get this, it's a cleaning business, right? They clean up different city buildings and everything like that. She started probably less than 5 years ago. She used to be a property manager and then started this business, and has done just phenomenally well. And one of the things I asked her was, she's doing well financially, but I know that she's not as happy as she could be. And because let me tell you, money does not always make you happy. And so I asked her, I said, what is it that you desire from life? And she says, oh, I don't create goals like that. I'm not big on creating goals. I just kind of get through my day to day. And I said, well, what do you mean? She says, well, I don't want to be disappointed, so I don't set big goals. I said, well, how's that working for you? And she says, well, what do you mean? I said, well, how's that working for you? Not setting big goals. How's that working for you? Just getting through the day-to-day is fine, but I mean, imagine if you set some goals. Getting through the day-to-day, you're financially successful, you're professionally successful, but emotionally, you're a wreck, And so to me, setting a big goal for yourself is saying, I want to live a life that allows me to feel good about myself every day, that allows me to feel that I'm unlimited, that allows me to feel a stress-free lifestyle. Set that goal out there, And I believe it's about having courage. I think it's about having courage to actually ask for that, because here's the reality. A lot of people, we don't ask for what we truly want, not because we don't believe it's possible, but because we don't want to be disappointed if it doesn't come. And I see these quotes on social media sometimes where people will say, if you don't, these quotes are just so ignorant and tired that I can't even remember this particular one, but let me try to get it right. It says, if you don't have any expectations, you can't be disappointed. Now, what kind of mess is that? Let me tell you, that all the people I know, including myself, who are living our wildest dreams, we set expectations on life, okay? We say life, universe, God, however you want to call on it. Listen, this is what I want. This is what I expect, because I know that your power is unlimited within me, and this is what I expect to manifest. Now, direct me in a space where I can do that, all right? So that's what I mean when I talk about you have to live in a space of being able to have courage and to call on whatever it is that you desire, and not limited by your past, not limited by what other people are saying, just to call on it, all right? Here's the next one. I want to make sure I get through the list. All right, I'm reading this off, so I want to make sure I'm reading to you all right. This one is, I believe that opportunities to attract success and wealth are all around me. I'm going to repeat that because some of y'all need to remember this. All of y'all need to remember this. I believe the opportunities to attract success and wealth are all around me. I love the proverb that says, as a man thinks, so he shall become. Let me tell you this. I remember first hearing that. I didn't even hear from the Bible, even though I grew up in the church. I didn't hear from the Bible. I first heard that when my grandmother gave me 2 books when I was probably, I don't remember how old I was. I know I was pretty young. I was below the age of 10. And she gave me a book that was called As a Man Thinketh. And the other book was from Napoleon Hill called Think and Grow Rich. Now, if you don't know Napoleon Hill, look him up. I mean, that book, As a Man Thinketh, is probably the best self-help book I've ever read in my life. Because essentially what it talks about is that our level of belief is what attracts opportunity to us. And one thing that I know for myself is that when I was in my most financially distressed moments within my life, I'm talking about facing bankruptcy. I'm talking about not enough money to do the things I need to do. I'm talking about not enough money to pay my bills. I'm talking about that kind of financial stress where you can't sleep through the night because you are dreaming about the debt. I'm talking about that kind of financial debt where you're afraid to open the mail. I'm talking about the kind of financial stress where literally, when someone asks you to go out and do something, you get aggravated with them because you're thinking, I ain't got no money to do nothing. Why y'all asking me to do anything? I'm talking about that kind of financial stress. Now, and every time I've ever been in that level of financial stress, let me tell you this. The primary issue was that I had a limited perspective. Literally, I had a limited perspective on the amount of opportunity around me, you know? And I think that for a lot of people, they blame a lot of issues on why their finances aren't right. And I'm not saying it all comes down to everything you think, but I am saying that that's a starting point. You can make money doing almost anything. I'll tell you this. So the other day, literally, I had to get some papers notarized, and we had to have a notary come in. Get this. Now, to become a notary, it's probably less than $100. But this just tells you how much you can make money doing anything. So they had to have a notary come in to notarize some things for me, right? So the notary charges $60, literally $60 to come just to show up, all right? And then for every place that they had to notarize and I had to sign, it was $15. I ended up doing, basically the final bill came out to almost $300. This person was here for less than 40 minutes. And I was thinking, wow, someone in financial stress could literally go, sign to become a notary online, and then put an ad up online on like Google, on the Google directory, and list yourself as a public notary, as a traveling notary, and bam, you're able to make money. That's on a small scale for me. I remember one of the things that helped me out so much was we were having a tough spot with my business, and I kept on saying, well, what are we going to do to bring in more clients? And then someone said to me, well, why don't you get on the internet? A lot of people like your motivational stuff. Why don't you talk about what you actually do for a living, which is finance? I started doing that. Those videos got phenomenal views. Not only did we start selling a lot of products, I'm talking like doing millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of insurance, literally. But it also opened the door for the videos to be seen. And now, you know, I'm able to make a very, very meaningful living for myself, doing all kinds of things, from webinars to e-courses to television and all this other stuff. But it came from me looking past where my finances were in that moment and stop crying about, well, I wish I had more, and saying, okay, look around me. Look around yourself, Malcolm. All the stuff that is around you, what are ways that you can leverage your existing resources or leverage the people around you to start making more money? So when we give the affirmation, I believe that opportunities to attract success and wealth are all around me. By saying that, that opens your mind to see it, right? A lot of folks say, well, you're saying that there's opportunities all around me, but I don't see it. No, what's blocking you from seeing it is that mindset that you don't see it. You have to affirm within yourself that I'm open to it, that I see these opportunities all around me, because the more you open yourself up to it, you will see it. I can spot my Aunt Claudie. She says, if you saw it, I did a video on Thanksgiving about a year ago where she was watching one of my videos, and for the first time she was talking about how much she loved it. And my Aunt Claudie, one thing she said, baby, you can smell money out like a bloodhound. You can just find it. And it's the truth. But it's not always been that way. This is a cultivated mindset that has been built within me because of the fact that I really, really do reinforce within myself on a daily basis that I'm a money magnet. I'm an opportunity magnet. I see opportunity all around me. I don't care who's in the White House. I don't care what's happening in the economy. I don't care what's happening anywhere. At the end of the day, there's someone always making money in every single moment, and I will always be one of those people. Why is that? Am I lucky? No. Am I favorite? No. Am I any more special or any smarter than you? Absolutely not. It's because this is the mindset that I hold, and because I hold this mindset, I attract in those opportunities. I see things all around me at every moment. In every moment I see, ooh, that's the way you can make some good money. Ooh, that's the way you can make good money. If you spend enough time around me, I'm going to tell you at least 3 things you could do to make more money, because it's built into me. I see opportunities for myself. I see opportunities for other people, all right? So these really are, as cases, these are secrets of a millionaire mind. This really is, all right? All right? So anyway, the third one is, this is a big one. I own and accept all of my power and all of my gifts. Let me tell you this. And I know some of y'all ain't gonna like this, but I'm gonna just put it out there, all right? I am of the belief that having a little ego is a good thing. Having a little chutzpah is a brilliant thing. I'm of the belief that you need to walk tall, chest up, all right? And keep your chin up. You need to walk tall figuratively, knowing that you are beautifully gifted, that you are excellent, that you are powerful, that you have so much abundance inside of you waiting to come out through your gifts and talents that no one can ever stop them. Walking with your head down with some false sense of humility is not going to bring you into the level of success and wealth that you desire. Let me tell you this, every single successful person I've ever been around, from Oprah Winfrey to presidents to different folks who've been successful within the entertainment industry, within the business world, every single one of those people, there's a level of confidence that they hold within themselves when they come in the room. They're not walking like this when someone gives them a compliment. Oh, thank you. You talking about me? Oh, you really think so? Oh, okay, thank you. Let me tell you that. Let me tell you this. Take that humility, take it somewhere else, all right? And I'm not saying humility is a bad thing, but I'm saying that everything with balance, all right? There's a space for you to be able to stand within your power, and I think that space is every minute of every day. Let me tell you this, when you are working to the level of success that you truly desire for yourself, when you are like me and you are running a national organization and you are dealing with people who think that because of your skin color, because of any other factor about yourself, that you don't deserve to be sitting at the head of your board table, let me tell you this, sitting with my head down with some false sense of humility, not owning my power, is not going to work within those spaces. What allows me to be able to not just succeed, but to dominate on my path, all right, is the fact that I own my power. You have got to own your power. You got to own your gifts. Call out those things that you are good at. Stop waiting on other people to tell you that you're good. Stop waiting on affirmations from other people. You encourage yourself. You give yourself your own affirmations. There are many times where I'm sitting alone at home and I'm trying to figure out what's the next step, what's the next move, what are we going to do, how am I going to prepare for this webinar, this conference, this whatever, and all I've got is myself in those moments, all right? It doesn't matter how many millions of people watch me on a regular basis. At the end of the day, when I'm sitting in my own space, I've only got me. So if I can't encourage myself to be able to see myself for the power that is just intrinsic within me, then I am doomed. Because let me tell you this. Let me tell you what a recipe for disaster is. Depending on other people to tell you who you are. Because when you become so dependent on other people to tell you what you're good at and why they like you, and that's your source of validation, let me tell you, that's a rocky and dangerous road. I live in Hollywood, and I can tell you many people, we hear about them regularly, literally are sitting in the grave because of drug addictions, because of alcoholism, because of suicide, all right? I don't mean to get unpleasant on you all, but I'm being real, because the fact is that they got so used to seeking validation and getting their power from what other people say about them that the minute that the lights cut off and they can no longer be on stage because maybe their star faded, all right? Not every star stays in the sky forever. Then somehow or another, in order to keep that high, to keep that sense of validation, or to numb the pain of what they're not getting anymore, they turn to drugs and alcohol and everything else. And it's not just people in Hollywood. Let me tell you this. There are so many people where they are using so many things. They're using money. They're using I'm going to call it out, all right? Tell your kids to cover their ears, right? They're using sexual relations. They're using all these various different things to get validation, to get a sense of power, when the reality is that they wouldn't need that, all right? They don't need the title. They don't need the degree. They don't need the money. You don't need that relationship to give you validation. Those are icing on the cake. You don't need those things once you recognize that you can give it to yourself, all right? It doesn't matter what people say about you, good or bad. It only matters what you say about yourself. It doesn't matter if this person or that person thinks you're gifted in this particular area. Some of y'all are waiting to go after your goals and your dreams because you're waiting on someone else to tell you that you should do it or that you're good enough. You're calling up that family member, that friend, to say, hey, do you think I should do this? You're waiting on their validation. You're waiting on their green light to do the thing that you know you should do within your heart. Own your gifts, own your power, and go after what you want to go after. That's what I'm telling you right now. You can live however you choose to want to live, but you got to start by owning the power within you and going after it, all right? So let me pause for a minute before I go on to the fourth affirmation, right? Because this is the fourth thing that successful people believe and that they know and that they hold within their heart that allows them to be wealthy, that allows them to build success. And tell you that if this is a message that resonates with you, then what I want you to do is sign up for our Success Circle. I've got so many more of these talks. Let me tell you this. These kind of talks that I'm having right now, I'm giving y'all a preview, but these are talks that are only for my Success Circle. You know why? Because I own the power of what I do. I own how it helps change lives. And I said, you know what? I'm going to share this with my Success Circle because these are people who are literally investing within themselves in order to help change their lives. So this is a preview for you all, but let me tell you, I've got so much more for the Success Circle. Woo! I got so much more. Y'all gonna love these topics. Let me go to the fourth one. All right, this is the big one. I admire other people's success. I don't get jealous of their success. All right, this is a big mindset. This is a big one. So I can't tell you this. I posted a video. I posted a couple things. I posted one video which was of Jay-Z talking about his 444 album. I posted another article about a house that him and Beyonce bought. Literally, if you look out the window, I can point it out to you. You can't miss it. All right, that they bought in Bel Air. And I posted something else. I was just on a black wealth kind of weekend, right? So I posted this, and I see the comments. I can't read all of them because there's so many of them, but I saw some of them, and I remember there was this one particular gentleman who wrote in, and he wrote something similar to what a lot of other people wrote. And it was, you had the folks who were writing in who were very affirming, like, wow, that's encouraging. I want the same level of success for myself. And but he wrote in, and he said, he was talking about they don't need all that money. Why they need all this? Why they need all that? You could be giving all that money to the kids in Africa. I don't deny that you should be giving your money to folks in Africa. I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. But he's going on with this whole long thing, basically criticizing their level of abundance. And what I thought to myself was, I said, you know what? I've never seen someone with abundance criticize someone else's abundance, all right? So automatically, when I hear someone criticizing someone else's abundance and getting jealous and judgmental of someone else's abundance and how it expresses itself within their life, what I realize is, A, this is a person who's not yet tapped into their own ability to unleash abundance within themselves and attract the level of financial success that they desire for themselves. So because they have not been able to unleash that, they criticize that thing that they desire. That's one thing I know to be true, all right? And y'all know that to be true. We are most critical of the things that we envy. Let's just put that out there, all right? We are most critical of the things when someone else is living a life of freedom. We there are people who get very, very critical of that. We get critical of things that we often envy. And so what I realize is that, and I also realize that no one who believes that they have unlimited power within them criticizes someone else's expression of their own unlimited power. I learned some time ago that jealousy and criticism of someone else's abundance is literally what holds you back from creating abundance, right? Because by getting jealous of it, you are literally telling your God, telling the universe, telling your inner strength, whatever you want to call it, you are telling that thing that I don't believe that the power that you have within me can manifest that thing. So since I don't believe that it can manifest that thing, I'm going to sit content in criticizing other people who've tapped into that same power to manifest it for themselves. Let me tell you a quick story. I was visiting a friend of one of my friends. He had a friend who I was meeting for the first time. He's now a good friend of mine. And I went to his home. Beautiful home. This was a massive home overlooking the water. And I mean, it was stunningly gorgeous. Every single thing. I mean, the art. I mean, each piece of art was probably worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, the walls were painted in a way where this was not some Home Depot paint. Nothing against Home Depot. But this was like some stuff where they had to bring in craftsmen to do this. This is a beautiful home, and this is a black man. This is a black man's house. I'm walking in. I'm like, wow. I've never been to pretty much anyone's house looks like this, much less someone of color. I'm just like, wow, this is just, woo, this is nice. Well, let me tell you, at that time in my life, I was working at a credit union. I was barely making $17 an hour, and I was working 4 hours a day. 4 hours a day. I wasn't making enough money to pay. If each month I had to choose between, do I pay my student loans and my car note, or do I pay my car note and part of my student loans? I didn't have much money, so I was wearing the same suit to work every day. It was a really tough spot. I was in so much debt because I started a business a couple of years prior while I was in college that literally tanked when the real estate market tanked. I was broke. And I remember going in there, my first thought was, he don't need all this. Why he living like this? This is just too much. This is extravagant. You know, there are children starving on the street who could have this. And so I had to get myself together because I was just boiling over in jealousy. I'm gonna call it what it was. My hateration level was high. It was like literally at this level. So I said, can I please use your bathroom? And he's such a polite man. Such a polite man. And that made me even more mad. I'm like, could you at least be a jerk? You know, but he was so nice. And he said, yeah, he showed me to the bathroom. Oh my God. The bathroom just did me in. This bathroom was so nice. This bathroom, to do this bathroom cost probably 5 times the cost of the home I grew up within. I mean, it was gorgeous and tastefully done. I mean, you just know money when you saw it. It made the bathroom at the Four Seasons Hotel look like a shack, okay? It was just gorgeous, all right? And I'm sitting in here and I'm like, oh my, I mean, my jealousy is boiling over. I could not see this man as just a human being who was just unleashing his unlimited power. I saw him as a reflection of everything that I wanted, and just he just brought so much envy and jealousy within me. And so I'm sitting there, and I got myself together, and as I'm washing my hands about to leave the bathroom, something just hit me, and it literally just soothed me. And you know what hit me? It was the thought. It was a thought that came to me, and it just touched my soul. And it said, you don't have to be jealous of him, because everything that he has, you can have the same thing and more. Wow. It literally knocked me on my back to hear that. Everything that he has, you can have the same thing and more. It changed the way that I saw him, because he changed from being someone who I was criticizing, someone who I was judging, because I'm saying he could be giving this money to kids in Africa. What I always want to ask people now when I hear people say that is, how do you know where they give their money? For all you know, if this person's making $50 million a year and they choose to spend $3 million on a home, or shoot $10 million on a home, how you know they also didn't give $10 million to charity? You don't know what they're doing with their monies. So how are you criticizing where they should be giving their money? To that point, I don't mean to go on a tangent, but I also wonder, why you criticizing the kids that they could be giving money to, or how they could be helping this group or that group? Have you helped that group? You may not have as much money as them, but what are you doing to help these various groups? It's not just their responsibility to save the world just because they're rich. What you doing? Who you helping? Are you just criticizing them? All right? Let me tell you this. That's just not the way to go. So anyway, he changed from being this person who I was criticizing into being a source of inspiration. If you have ever had jealousy in your heart, if you have jealousy in your heart right now, release that thing. Release that thing and know that that thing that you're jealous of is the universe's way of reminding you that it's possible. I truly do believe that when you have something that's brought in front of you to show you something that's desirable, rather it's someone who has a nice home, a nice car, a beautiful career, a certain kind of income, it's not being brought to you so that you can operate that lower level of criticism. It's being brought to you so that you can be reminded that it's possible, because what any man or woman can create for themselves, you can create for yourself. And sometimes when we're in our lowest place, we are brought face to face with things to remind us of what's possible for ourselves. But we miss that message. We literally do miss that message when we focus on jealousy. All right? That's right, Shay. That's right, Chelsea. We miss the moment for inspiration and activation, to have our spirits activated to create something, when we are focused on jealousy. I'm glad you get the message, Rhonda, because this is really, really true. And so that's what I'm telling you. This is your other affirmation. I admire other people's success. I don't get jealous of their success, all right? Here's the other one. And this is a big one. Listen to this one. Listen. I have healthy relationships that support me in being successful, all right? I'm going to take a sip from my glass before I tell y'all about this one. Okay? because this is a good one. I'm about to go in here. Okay? I have healthy relationships that support me in being successful. You cannot, under any circumstance, create success within your life chasing people, begging them to love you, hoping that they'll like you, hoping that they'll choose you for business, for romance, for anything else. All right, click like and click share on this one. And for those of y'all who want more of this message, make sure you sign up for my Success Circle, because our whole theme next month is about creating healthy relationships. All right, but let me tell you this. You cannot live at the level of abundance and success that you desire for your life while you are sitting up here in unhealthy relationships. Let me tell you this. There are so many people that we all know where they are in unhealthy relationships, and you know as well as you know your name that this person could be living at such a high level that they could be doing so much more and living in so much more abundance emotionally, financially, spiritually, if they would just let go of how they deal with their relationships. Right? Let me tell you that there is a connection between how you allow people to treat you and the level of success that you are able to attract within your life. All right? Because let me tell you this, when your relationships aren't right, when you don't deal with people in a way that's healthy for you, it affects every other part of your life. All right? That's right. That's right. Authentically Light says, I'm sipping on that one too. Miko said, come on. All right? Let me tell you this. I do not believe that we can ever avoid disappointments or heartache within relationships, rather it's business, personal, otherwise. Relationships always can bring exposure to pain as well as joy, all that. I'm not telling you that you only need to be in relationships that keep you happy 24/7. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is that those relationships that bring you down to a lower level, those relationships that make you have to deal with other people abusing who you are. And abuse is not just physical. They can be taking advantage of you. They could be manipulating you. They may not be seeing your value fully. Those kinds of relationships literally affect your psyche. Let me tell you, how we see ourselves, literally how we see ourselves, is impacted so much and guided so much by the relationships around us. If you want to see someone who's emotionally healthy, if you know anyone who's emotionally healthy, look at the relationships they have around themselves. It is impossible to be emotionally healthy, right? It's impossible to have a high self-esteem if you're not surrounded with positive relationships. And for some of you all, you're saying, I have the degrees, I've done everything I need to do, but I still feel like I can't break this glass ceiling of success within my life. What is it that I'm doing wrong? What I want you to do is to ask yourself, do your relationships reflect the quality life that you desire for yourself? It's not enough just to say, I want success financially, I want success professionally, but then to disregard the dysfunction within your personal life, within your relationships. Those two things connect. You cannot live at your highest level while dealing with low-level relationships and low-level people. Not everyone is designed to help you live at the heights that you are designed to live at. Some people literally, I remember Oprah said this. She says some people, they don't have enough oxygen to survive at the altitude that you're at. They can't breathe that air. The air gets thinner the higher you go. So you need someone who's built for being at that level with you. You need people around you who are built for that level. You can't deal with jealous people. You can't deal with people who hold you down. You can't deal with people who are doubting you at every corner. You can't deal with people who don't see your true value. You can't deal with people who want you to chase them down. You need people who are going to affirm. You need people who are going to put the same level of energy into your relationship that you put into it with them. You need people who are going to uplift you. You need people who want to see you at higher heights, not people who are jealous every time you do something, right? You need healthy relationships. I'm not telling you to go break up with somebody tomorrow. I'm not telling you to go do this and do that. You decide for yourself what you're going to do within your relationships. But what I'm telling you is this, as I'm talking to you about this, you all know the person that's coming to mind. You know the people that are coming to mind, where you know every time your phone rings from them, you get a sense of anxiety of what bad news is this person going to bring to me. What boundaries is this person going to cross with me that I don't want them to cross? How is this person not going to uplift me? And you also know the people who, when they call you, your spirit fills with joy. Every time you talk to them, they make you feel like you can accomplish anything. You need to be around those kinds of people, romantically, professionally, and in every single way. All right? You deserve healthy relationships, and beyond deserving them, you need healthy relationships if you want to live at your highest level. All right? It's not enough just to simply say, I got a man. Who cares if you got a man? It's not enough to simply say, I got a woman who loves me. Who cares? All right? As Tina Turner says, what's love got to do with it? Is that person healthy for you? How do they make you feel? All right? Do they make you feel healthy? Do they make you feel safe? If you're not surrounded by people in business, romantically and otherwise, who allow you to feel safe and allow you to feel healthy, let me tell you this, you are going to hold yourself back. I'm done with that one. I'm dropping the mic on that one. All right? If you want more, I want you to go ahead. I gotta wipe my brow on that one. All right? I want you to go ahead and sign up for our Success Circle, www.mjharrissuccesscircle.com, or you can click the link above this video or below this video to sign up. Let me tell you this, we're going to have a 4-part series, and I'm telling you, the series, Stop Loving Till It Hurts. Y'all know what I'm talking about, because some of y'all got boundaries for everybody else, but when it comes to your love life, y'all letting these people drag you through the mud. You're a doormat. All right, and let me tell you this, doormats get walked on. All right. That's all I'm saying about it. All right. So here's the sixth one. And I love this one. My problems are smaller than the power within me. All right. So y'all know I grew up in the church. All right. And one of the scriptures I loved the most when I was growing up was that the kingdom of God is within. There was another one that said, greater is he that is within me than he that is within the world. Let me tell you this, when you can lock into knowing that your problems are smaller than the power within you, and it doesn't matter if you believe that power is God, if you believe that power is your own personal strength, if you believe that power is the universe, call the power whatever you want. That's between you and that power. What I'm telling you is that whatever that power is and whatever you choose to call that power, it's more powerful than any problem, any circumstance, anything, any broken heart, any issue that you can ever face. Let me tell you how I know that, because you're standing here today. The proof that you are more powerful than any problem that you could ever face is that you're still standing. There are problems from the past that are gone. They're no longer here, but you're still standing today. So every time you're in a circumstance, every time your heart is broken, every time you're disappointed, every time you're facing any prospect of failure, all right? What I want you to remember is that the same power that got you through the difficulties from the past to this point is the same power that will get you through this. The only way that your problems become bigger than the power within you is when you believe that your problems are bigger than the power within you. I can tell you, I have had moments where literally, we are sitting here in my business and we invest hundreds of thousands of dollars to do something, and we think it's going to be a major success, and then it flops. Everything I've touched has not turned to gold. I will tell you that right now. And literally, you are devastated. It's like, oh my God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? All right? Let me tell you, the bigger the heights, the bigger the challenges, all right? What they say, more money, more problems. I'm not with that poverty mindset, all right? So nothing against the songwriters who say that, but that's just not what my mindset is at. But I will tell you this, the higher the heights you go up to, the bigger the challenges you can face. So if you don't have a mindset of knowing that the power within you is greater than any problem that you can ever face, you will be crushed by the level of challenges that you face as you get up higher. I was talking to my little sister Nia, and we were talking about something. She was asking me for financial advice around something. I love my little sister because she listens to me. She gives me great advice. I give her great advice. And one of the things I said to her was, she said to me, I don't know how you deal with just sort of all this on your plate. And I said, sweetheart, I said, when you at the level you at right now, you got little Debbie challenges. I said, but I got big Deborah challenges. And I said, but I'm equipped to deal with them, because even when I had my little Debbie challenges, I knew that I was bigger than them. So as the challenges got bigger, I could rise up high. I rose up high. I rose up high. I rose up higher, right? Because I knew within me that my power within me is greater than any problem I could ever face. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen any day, all right? But what I do know is that I'm equipped to deal with any challenge that could ever come into my life. That gives you a level of confidence, because there are some of you all literally, who are holding yourself back from going after a goal, a dream, a vision that you desire for yourself because you're afraid of failing. Let me tell you this, you're bigger than failure, all right? Even if something were to fall apart and it doesn't go as you plan, guess what? Guess what? That's right, Rhonda. I said Little Debbie. She got Little Debbie challenge. I got Big Deborah challenge. You gotta put a little something in your throat. Big Deborah, all right? But hey, I love it, all right? Because I'm built for this, I'm equipped for this, and so are you all, right? But when you have a mindset, literally, when you have a mindset that you can accomplish anything, literally, you ain't afraid of failure. You say, shoot, even if I do fail, even if something falls apart, well, guess what? I'm going to be fine. I'm going to figure it out because the power within me is going to attract to me the people, the resources, the solutions, and everything I need to get through it. It may hurt, but let me tell you this. Feelings are not fact. Who cares if it hurts you, all right? Some of y'all so scared of the feelings of failure or the feelings of disappointment, those go away. Let me tell you this. If you keep pushing and it becomes a success and you get that check, let me tell you this. You want to know what crushes the feeling of failure and crushes the feeling of disappointment? When you get a 6-figure check. You get your first 6-figure check. And when you look at that, let me tell you this. And you look at that check, or you get your direct deposit, and it's that 6 figures, or it's 7 figures. Those are even nicer. And you look at it and you say, you know what? Every failure was worth it. Every disappointment was worth it. As Cedric said, you'll get over it, all right? You can't let your feelings and your fears of problems stop you from going after the life that you desire. But the only way for you to really position your mind around that is to tell yourself on a daily basis, that my problems are smaller than the power within me. I am unlimited. Here's the final one. Before I go into this, as you all know, this is a preview for my success circle, right? This is a preview for my success circle, which is my motivational and empowerment online community, where I keep saying we're like the Netflix, literally like the Hulu of self-help and wealth building and empowerment content. Well, we're having live webinars. You can interact with me directly. A lot of y'all inbox me and say, can I pick your brain? Sure, you can pick my brain. Join my success circle, and you can ask me any questions you like, all right? Where we'll be talking about all of that in there. We've got webinars and e-courses. The theme of this month is actually taking the leap. So we're going to have people in there talking about how they took the leap to change their life and create $1 million businesses, all right? It's not just about what I did for myself. There are other people who've done the same thing. Success leaves crumbs. And I want you to hear from other people who've created phenomenal success for themselves. All right? So we're going to be talking about that. One of the questions that I'm asked very often is, well, how much does a Success Circle cost? Well, the standard price for Success Circle is $99 a month. However, for our first month, we have discounted it where it will be $37 per month. So that means that if you join Success Circle in our first month, which is September, then you will be paying $37 per month. That will be your lifetime rate. You can cancel at any time, although we have so much content, I don't see where you're going to go. Where you going to go to get all this good stuff? Because I can tell you other mastermind groups out here are charging $150, $250 a month. Go look them up. I'm not lying, all right? And so we're going to be giving you that. So that's barely $9 a week to get access to content that people are spending thousands of dollars to go to seminars and conferences to learn. We're giving you access to it at a very affordable price. I've been very, very fortunate to be able to live a very wonderful life. So this really isn't all about money for me. This is about me being able to say, listen, I've got fans from the person who works at a daycare in St. Louis to the pharmacist in Los Angeles. And I want people to be able to get access to valuable information that can literally transform their life so they can start living within the lane that they were designed for. I want them to be able to get access to that independent of what their tax bracket is. So for barely $9 a week, you are able to get access to that. Thank you, Kanisha. I really appreciate that. So here is my final affirmation. And like I said, this is really a mindset, literally a mindset that successful people have that allows them to be able to achieve the level of financial, emotional, and professional success that they have. This is one right here. So I want you to listen to this. Listen real close. I'm going to read this. I'm going to make sure I get it right. All right? I act when I'm afraid, and I don't procrastinate on doing what's best for creating success in my life. So I'm going to repeat that. I act when I'm afraid, and I do not procrastinate on doing what's best for creating success within my life. Let me tell you this. If you are sitting up here waiting on fear to go away before you start that business, before you leave that relationship that you know is no good for you, before you join the success circle, before you do anything that you know you should be doing to help change your future and create the life that you desire, if you're waiting for fear to go away, let me tell you this, you will be waiting forever. You will literally be waiting forever. Our power and our courage is built by our ability to act in spite of fear. Do you think that as I was approaching the stage to share the stage with Oprah Winfrey that I was not afraid? Do you think that when I go on television in front of millions of people that I'm not afraid? Do you think that in any part of my life when I'm launching a new business that I don't have fears? Absolutely I have fears. But what I've done is I have cultivated the ability within me to move forward in spite of my fears, to say my fears are not enough. My fears are simply feelings. And just like any other feelings, they can be disregarded or ignored, all right? I don't have to be guided by my fears. All right? No fear or feeling can guide me unless I allow it to. You got to make a choice that you're going to act in spite of your fears, that you're not going to use. Because let me tell you this, procrastination is a mask for fear. Busyness is a mask for fear. People say, I'll do that, but I'm going to do it later. Why? When has procrastination ever created anything other than a mediocre life? And how are you expecting your procrastination today is going to somehow or another give you an outcome that's other than mediocrity? All right? If you are not happy with where your life is today, then you need to ask yourself, has procrastination ever benefited me? What I want to think about right now is when has procrastination ever benefited you? That ain't nothing but fear. You know, it's easier for you to use procrastination than for you to simply say, I'm afraid. That's right. Click like and click share. Click like and click share on that one, all right? In a lot of cases, we don't want to say we're afraid because our egos won't let us say we're afraid, you know? But the reality is this, that when you're procrastinating, you're holding yourself back from doing something that you know you should be doing. And you're hoping that somehow or another by waiting, you'll become less afraid. Let me tell you this, the longer you wait, the more afraid you will become. Simone, I saw your question. I'm going to answer. That's a vital question. All right? Procrastination has never benefited you or anyone else. Let me tell you this. I force myself to do whatever it is that I'm afraid of. That has been my key to success. People say, how do you become so successful? What's your secret? My secret is that I act in spite of being afraid. That really is a secret. I literally act in spite of being afraid. I do it anyway. My legs can shake. My hands can be sweaty. I don't care. All right? I would rather move forward with shaky legs, butterflies in my stomach, and sweaty hands than to sit in fear doing nothing at all, watching my life pass me by. All right? So I'm telling you this right here and right now, that you are designed to live a life of any level of abundance that you desire. Every single good thing that you desire, you deserve. But you have got to say, I'm going to move forward. I'm going to invest in myself. I'm going to take chances. I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm not going to keep here doing the same thing, expecting different results. And that's what the Success Circle is all about. It's about giving you the opportunity to build community with other people, because we already have over 100. I think we have like 115 people in the group that we've approved so far in the group. These are people from all around the country and some in different parts of the world who have success mindsets. So you're able to build community with people. I talked about building good relationships. You're able to build community with people who are working towards the same goals as you. So some of you say, I want to do something different, but I don't have anyone around me that can help push me. Well, guess what? You get that. You get live webinars where people are able to teach you around what they did to become successful. I'm there teaching you myself as well. Simone, you asked a question. You said, what's the difference between joining Success Circle and joining my team? Well, those are two very different things. So joining my team is when you sign up to sell insurance, right? And if you want to sell insurance, that's certainly fine. You can sign up to do that, and then you become a part of my company, National Care. By joining my Success Circle, this has nothing to do with insurance. This is literally a motivational and empowerment group where we are bringing you live videos, live content, articles, interactive discussions with me that are all designed to help you create a mindset of success, maintain that mindset of success, get encouragement, work through every fear, every doubt, build community with people. For all you know, your next business partner, your next opportunity may be coming through somebody who's in our success circle, because these are all people who've identified for themselves that I am ready for success and I want to be in community, not just with MJ Harris, but with other people who hold the same kind of mindset. So there are two different things. We have some people who are in both. Actually, as a part of joining our team, then they are able to also join our success circle as well, at no cost as well. So we do have a handful of team members who've taken advantage of that. So come on, Chelsea, I love that you said you've joined. Rhonda, I know I better see you in there, because you've been my amen crew today. All right. So all you have to do to join is go to www.mjharrissuccesscircle.com, click the link above the video, click the link below the video, and you can join right there. I gotta wipe my face, all right? Because I tell you, I sweat like a piece of chicken. I look like a piece of fried chicken, all right? And you know, one thing y'all don't know is that I don't tell people I can cook, because I don't want people to ask me to cook, but I can cook, all right? And when I cook my fried chicken, my goal is I want my fried chicken to look like my skin. If it's not brown like me and glistening in gold, it ain't right. Y'all, let me stop, all right? Michelle, how you join the Success Circle is you just go to the link above this video or below the video, or you can just go to www.mjharrissuccesscircle.com. Hey, Shay. Hey, Ivana. Thank y'all for coming in here. That's right. It's actually, Chrissy, rewrite that as www.mjharrissuccesscircle.com. I appreciate you for writing that in there. www.mjharrissuccesscircle.com. Hey, Victor. I see you there. Lizette, come on, keep on saying things, and let me know where y'all are from. Chelsea, I love it. I love it. Click like and click share so that other people can see this. All right, folks, I'm going to run. This was just such a beautiful experience. As I mentioned, I'm going to have these affirmations posted in my Success Circle. I'm going to throw in some extra affirmations too. Like I said, it's our affirmations that literally change our minds to prepare us for success. One other thing, when you all join the Success Circle, it's going to take you to the PayPal page. On that page, there's a little link that says pay by credit card or debit card. Click that link, because by clicking that link, you can just go right through. You don't have to have a PayPal account. If you click the other link, it's going to ask you, do you have a PayPal account? And if you like me, I forgot my PayPal password all the time. So you don't want to have to worry about that. So go ahead and click the link that says pay by credit card or debit card, and that allows you to move right through. So anyway, thank you all. Michelle, thank you. Danielle in Philadelphia. I see you, Victor in Rancho Cucamonga. Yes. San in South Carolina. I love it. Irene in DC. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. Rhonda in Richmond. I love that. That rhymes. All right, folks. You all have a good one. Be blessed and be unlimited. All right. See you in Success Circle. Bye-bye, folks.